It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging GATE contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
where you put your knowledge to test.
and battle it out with the best.
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for GATE till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
With detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack GATE deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate GATE challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now.
Hello, students. Very good evening to all of you. How are you all? Very good evening and hello and very welcome to Unacademy. Welcome, Janki. Welcome, Shiva. Both of you, very good evening. And so now today we are going to do verbs. Verbs is also one of a very important part of speech. Earlier we have done nouns and we have done pronouns. Today we are going to do verbs and understand how verbs work, what are the types of verbs, okay? So let's start with the session. And before I start with the session, as we do every day, let me give you my introduction. My name is Mita and I have been training students for GATE and ESE since the past 4+ years. My subjects are English and aptitude, and I train, guide, motivate students. I do counseling for them, and I might have taught more than about 20,000 students, 12+ years of experience of teaching. I'm an IELTS coach certified by the British Council, and other state public service commissions is also what I cater to. Talking about personality development and interview guidance, these are the two things that I also do, which I will be coming up with a few of the sessions very soon for that. For now, let us start with the session. First of all, download Unacademy and start following me at Mita Surti. Yes, very welcome, Sudhanshu. Very good evening to you and very welcome to the class, Bacha. So download Unacademy and follow Mita Surti. आज का दिन पता नहीं मेरा बहुत खराब गया है। सुबह से ही दिमाग कुछ ठिकाने पे नहीं है। आई हैव बीन आई डोंट नो व्हाट आई हैव बीन डूइंग। लेकिन आज सुबह आज दिस इज़ नॉट वन ऑफ द डेज। जैसे बोलते हैं ना, आज का दिन मेरे लिए नहीं है, वैसा ही कुछ है। पता नहीं क्या है, लेकिन आज का दिन कुछ ठीक नहीं जा रहा है। एनीवेज, चलो अब हम यहाँ पर ट्राई करेंगे कुछ भी गलत नहीं करें, ठीक है। चलिए, प्लस के बारे में आपको बता देते हैं। लाइव क्लासेस, क्रैश कोर्सेज, वीकली टेस्ट, डाउट सॉल्विंग, इंग्लिश हिंदी दोनों में बैचेस होने वाले हैं। वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड हमारे काफ़ी सारे बैचेस वी आर डूइंग इन इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी अकॉर्डिंग टू डिफरेंट टाइम्स। एंड रैंक बूस्टर सेशंस हम लेकर आएंगे। आइकॉनिक के लिए यू आर गोइंग टू हैव अ पर्सनल कोच विथ यू who is going to guide you, train you, give you motivation। आपकी टाइम से टाइम टेस्ट लेते रहेंगे, एनालिसिस करेंगे, यानी कि इवेल्युएट करेंगे। वॉट एवर यू विल राइट विल बी इवेल्युएटेड एंड स्टडी मटेरियल आपके लिए प्रिपेयर करके रखेंगे। ओके, सो मूव करेंगे आगे। नाउ प्लस हैज गॉट 6 months, 12 months, 18 months and 24 months subscriptions. For 12 months, you can go for 27 to 25. For 18 months, it's going to be 34,650. And for 24 months, it's going to be 39,600. For all of them, you can use my code, that is Mita S10, and get a 10% discount. Okay. So no cost EMIs are available for 6 months, 12 months and 18 months, as well as 24 months. Up 24 for the aspirants of 22 and 23. I would recommend you go for 24 months, which will become installment wise also it will become very easy for you, because it will come up to only 1650 per month. And again, you get a no cost EMI available. Similarly, for the iconic batches, for 12 months, you are going to pay 45 to 25, and for 24 months, it's 66,600. Over here also, you can use my code Mita S10 and get a 10% discount. Okay, so that was it. Now, Telegram, we are at the Telegram. So download Telegram. This is the URL for the CS channel, Unacademy Gate CS, and you will be getting all the notifications of the upcoming classes. Let us start with the verb. A verb, whenever we talk about a verb, the verb immediately says it's an action word. Any action that we do, any action is called a verb. So in a sentence, wherever there is a sentence, when you put a verb, that means some or the other action is being done. Now, there are different types of verbs that we are going to do. A verb denotes action or being or possession. Being or possession or action. Now, these being has a meaning, which I'll be telling you soon. All sentences must have a verb with a subject. Okay, because the verb means an action. An action is done by somebody, so there has to be a subject who is doing the action. Object of a verb. Now, what is the object? The patient needs medicine. Needs what? So whenever the sentence asks the question what, when you ask a question what, and the answer that you get to that is the object. Patient needs medicine. Now, needs over here, needs. So needs is my verb. This is my object. And who needs it? The patient. So the patient over here is my subject. Okay. Now, here the medicine is the object of the verb needs. My father loves me. So love is my verb over here. My father is the subject, and me, I am the object. Loves who? Loves me. So over here, me is the object. Now look at this thing over here. We can have a direct object as well as an indirect object. He gave his teacher an apple. So now he definitely is the one who is doing it. So he is my subject. Gave, giving something. Gave is my verb over here. An apple, what did he give? So the answer to what is an apple? So the apple is my object. An apple is my direct object. And he gave his teacher. So who did he give? So both the answers, what and whom. Both the answers. He gave it to the teacher. So the teacher is my indirect object. And the direct object over here is the apple. Okay. Remember, in this pattern, the order of the object may be switched. We can write it, he gave an apple to his teacher. So the order can be switched. Now we are going to understand the types of verbs. So far clear to all of you? Yes, Janki? Shivam, Sudhanshu, Janki, is everything clear to all of you? Okay, now we are going to understand what are transitive verbs. Some verbs do not convey a complete meaning by themselves. So they do not convey a complete meaning by themselves. Those are called transitive verbs. Now look at the sentence over here. The chief minister made. Now, made, yes, but made what? Okay, so made what? That is a question. We do not have any object over here. Okay, there is no object. Made what? The chief minister. The chief minister is my subject. Made is my verb. And there is no object over here. Deepika ate. Okay. So Deepika ate is going to be, Deepika is going to be my subject. Ate is going to be the verb. And again, I don't have an object over here. Okay. I don't have an object over here. Now, if we add objects to these verbs, they will become complete. So, what does it mean? That transitive verbs are sentences which need an object. Okay? Transitive verbs. Sentences which require an object, or sentences, or we can say verbs which require an object, because here this is a verb made, but made what? Unless and until I do not write the object over here, this makes no sense. So whenever you remove an object from the sentence and it doesn't make any sense, that means the sentence is transitive. Okay, clear so far? Let's go ahead. Now, if we add objects to these verbs, they will have a complete meaning. The chief minister made an appeal. Now here my chief minister is my subject. Made is my verb. And what did he make? So what is the question that I ask? What? My verb over here, my verb asks a question, what? And the answer is appeal. So when I answer this, what does it become? This sentence is transitive. Okay. Now, if I remove appeal from here, it doesn't make any sense. So sentences need an object. The sentences that need an object, a verb that needs an object is called transitive. Deepika ate. Now here, Deepika was my subject, ate was my verb, and apples is my object. And when I removed apples from here, what happens? Subject and verb remain, but the object is not there. So that means this is not proper, incomplete. But here, Deepika ate what? Apples. So it's a transitive sentence. Transitive, why? Because if I remove apples, then the sentence doesn't make any sense. And so this is a transitive sentence. Now, intransitive. This was transitive. So far, clear about transitive sentence? Everyone? Clear about the transitive sentence? Yes, everyone? Okay. So now this is what is a transitive sentence. So when you remove the object from here, it doesn't make sense. And so that sentence, the sentence or the verb, a verb requires verb that requires an object is what? Transitive. यस थोड़ा सा लैग हो रहा है शायद. अब क्या है? intransitive verb. Okay, now intransitive verb, some verb are complete by themselves. They do not require an object to complete the sentence. The lamps are hanging. Now what is the lamp over here? My subject. Are hanging. Hanging is what? The verb. But hanging is a verb. Now I don't require any object over here. So even if there is no object, my sentence makes a complete sense, right? And because it makes sense, it's called intransitive verb. The lady smiled. Now the lady is my subject, smiled is my verb, but here subject and verb make sense. Without an object. So when they make sense without an object, it's called intransitive. Those sentences are called intransitive. A verb that does not require an object to make sense but makes good sense by itself is called an intransitive verb. Very clear to all of you? So transitive is a sentence where the verb requires an object. Intransitive is a verb that does not require any object but it makes sense on its own. And some verbs can be transitive and intransitive. So how can you write those sentences and show that it can be transitive, but the sentence of course will be different? The bird flew away. Now this is intransitive because here the bird is my subject, flew is my verb, sorry. Flew is my verb. Here I do not have an object. Okay. Same sentence. If I want to write the boy flew a kite. Now here I cannot write the boy flew. If I write the boy flew, then it doesn't make any sense. Because here I require an object. The boy flew a kite. So here flew, the the thing flew over here. Here flew is a verb. Here also flew is a verb, right? In the first sentence, flew is a verb. But because it is for a bird, so it makes sense. And because it makes sense, it is a intransitive verb. Whereas in the second sentence, the boy flew. If I write the boy flew, the bird flew, fine. If I write a boy flew, no. So what do I need? I need this object. So the kite is my object, and without which the sentence does not make any sense. So here it becomes transitive. Similarly, these plants grow fast. Intransitive. Why? Because the sentence itself making a meaning over here. These plants grow fast. Grow is my verb. Plants is my subject. Fast. They grow fast. Fast is an adverb. How they grow? They grow fast because describing the verb. Now we grow roses in our garden. Now if I remove my rose is my object over here. Grow is a verb over here. We is my subject over here. But if I remove the roses, if I remove this object from here, we grow in our garden. I need an object over here. Okay. So I need an object over here, and because I need an object, this one is going to be transitive. Because I cannot put this sentence without without roses. I cannot write this. Okay. So this is how it can be both ways, transitive and intransitive. The same verb. The same verb over here. Here grow doesn't need an object, but here it will. So this is how it is that both can be written. Now incomplete verbs. Incomplete verbs, when I say, now what are complete verbs? Complete can be actions like running, eating, singing, dancing. These all are complete. Okay. No, in is not a verb. In is a preposition. In is a preposition. Okay, Janki? In is not a verb. Now, incomplete verbs, like we say the being verbs. These are called the being verbs. Being verbs are be, is, are, am, was, will be, shall be, okay, etc. Appear, seem, and look. All these are incomplete verbs. So when we write it appears, it seems, all these are incomplete verbs. Clear to you? Clear to all of you over here? All these are incomplete verbs. Now look at the sentences. If I say the patient looked, now looked over here is incomplete. Looked what? I need to write something. Looked what? Okay, now here again, incomplete cannot be the intransitive, transitive kind, because here if I want to write the patient looked, I can just add angry. Angry again is not an object. Okay, so this is not about transitive. Here, angry is what? It's an abstract noun. Angry is an abstract noun. So if I add an abstract noun over here, the patient is my subject, looked is my verb, and if I put a noun over here, I don't need an object. But this is incomplete. Looked, to look is, this is a verb, but it's incomplete. The driver seemed. The bus is, dad was. So here looked, seemed, is and was all are incomplete verbs. Now, how am I going to complete these verbs? Okay. These verbs do not require objects. You understood? So that is a difference between transitive and transitive must need an object, but incomplete needs something. Yes, incomplete can have a noun to complete. Not require objects, not necessary. Clear? It doesn't require an object to complete the sense. Verbs denoting action or possession can have objects, but these verbs show neither action nor possession. These verbs are called incomplete or prediction or incomplete verbs. Now, the patient looked. If I want to complete the sentence, I'll write much better. Now, much better is not an object. If I want to make it transitive, if I want this sentence to be transitive, then I may write the patient looked at the building. Now this building is an object. So now this can become a transitive sentence. But here I can put anything. Much better is what? To feel better. Better is, no, it's just an abstract noun. To feel, it's a feeling. Yes? It's just an abstract noun. So we don't need an object over here. We can put an abstract noun or anything over there and complete the sentence. And so these are incomplete. Incomplete verbs. The patient looked, the driver seemed, the bus is, dad was. Now look at the last words over here. Better, let's take another color. The last words, better, angry, time, and surprised. None of them are objects. Okay, so we do not require. If we need objects, then they are transitive verbs. And these are incomplete verbs. Clear? Very clear to you? So now today what we have done? What is a transitive verb? What is an intransitive verb? And what is an incomplete verb? I hope everything is very clear now. Okay, now we are going to do a few idioms today. Is anyone going to give me the answer to these idioms? Add fuel to the fire. What is the meaning of to add fuel to the fire? Now there is already some fire and you are adding fuel to that. So what are you making it? How do we understand? What are we making for this? To add fuel to the fire. Yes, thank you, Janki. Thank you so much. When you add fuel to the fire, So adding fuel to the fire. Is someone going to tell me the meaning of this? How to add fuel to the fire? Yes? Okay. To add fuel to the fire is to aggravate the situation. Increase. We can also say increase, or we can say aggravate the situation. Right? We can either say increase or we can say aggravate the situation. Now, the next word over here says at sixes and sevens. What does it mean? At sixes and sevens. What does add sixes and sevens mean? Any idea? In a disorderly manner. Okay? When you say at sixes and sevens, it means in a disordered manner. At one's beck and call. What does at one's beck and call mean? Yes? What is the meaning of at one's beck and call? To be at one's service. Okay? When you are at one's service, when you are going to be at one's service, when someone calls you, you are there immediately. So that is called to be at one's beck and call. Now this one is really, really easy. To build castles in the air. To build castles in the air. What does it mean? What does to build castles in the air mean? To make imaginary schemes. Live in dreams also. Yes, to build castles in the air means to make imaginary schemes. Yes, dream. A burning question. To say something. A burning question. Yes, RJ, very welcome to the class, bacha. A burning question is something which is very, very important. So we can say an important question, or we can say a crucial question, or we can say a crucial issue. Okay, is this clear? It can be a crucial, very important matter to discuss. Now we are going to move on to the next one. By leaps and bounds. When I say, if I say a sentence, if I will say a sentence and say, my business is flourishing by leaps and bounds. So my business is getting better by leaps and bounds. Flourishing is getting better day by day. So if I say my business is flourishing by leaps and bounds. So what does it mean? Increasing rapidly, or we can say quickly. Okay, a big gun. Now, what does a big gun mean? Yes, what would a big gun mean? A big gun means an important person. An important person is a big gun. A bosom friend. When we have childhood friends or someone which is very close to us, so we call that person a bosom friend. So we can say a childhood friend or a friend who is very close to us. To blow one's own trumpet. Now, this is something very common, to blow one's own trumpet. हिंदी में अगर बोलेंगे तो क्या कहें? अपनी शेखी बगाना. हिंदी में इसको बोलेंगे अपनी शेखी बगाना. To blow one's own trumpet is to either we can say that to admire or बोलेंगे praise. Praise करते हैं अपने आप को, to praise oneself. Okay, to turn a deaf ear. I cannot hear you. आप मुझे कुछ पूछ रहे हो, मैं आपको नहीं बताऊंगी. आई एम नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन. सो व्हाट? यस, बेस्ट फ्रेंड. 100% बेस्ट फ्रेंड होता है. बॉसम फ्रेंड इज द बेस्ट फ्रेंड. And to turn a deaf ear is to, when I ignore somebody, ignore someone. When I ignore someone, I can say that I turned a deaf ear towards them. Now, one of the questions which was a PYQ, which I have selected for today as a question of the day, select the phrase that best defines giving undue favor to one's own kith and kin. Now, the 4 words over here are nepotism, favoritism, jingoism, and patriotism. चलिए बताइए, who is going to give me the answer to this? Yes, और मुझे इसका आंसर देगा कि to giving undue favor to who? To one's kith and kin. अपने कित और किन को, अपने कित और किन मतलब क्या होता है? अपनी फैमिली या अपने फ्रेंड्स. यस, to give undue favor to one's own kith and kin. So what do we call it? Nepotism, favoritism, jingoism, or patriotism. क्या बोलेंगे उसको? I'm going to wait for your answer. आप मुझे आंसर दीजिए, इसको क्या बताएंगे? Yes. Who is going to give me an answer to this one? Chaliye. What is the answer to this? Giving undue favor to one's own kith and kin. Very good. This is called nepotism. Nepotism is favoring one's own family or friend. Favoritism is also favoring, or we can say liking. Patriotism is love for own country. And now what is jingoism? Jingoism is extreme love for own country and hate for other country or people of other country. Okay? Jingoism means that he is also a patriotic person. But the only difference between a patriotic person and a jingoist person is that a patriotic person loves one own country, but he doesn't have hatred for anybody else. Whereas a jingoist person loves the own country to such an extent that he has hatred for people of other country as well as the country. And here, nepotism is to favor one's own family or friends. And so the answer is A. Okay. So that was all for today. So we have done verbs today and idioms today. Tomorrow we are going to come up with adverbs and yes, a few more exercises on different things. And I'm going to end my lecture with this. Just to tell you that we have 10 channels on Unacademy, and I have been teaching on the computer science channel as well as the creatives channel. Thank you everyone for being here with me. Do like the session, share the session, share कीजिए ताकि और बच्चों को जिनको इंग्लिश या ग्रामर या कोई भी और ज़रूरत हो, they can also avail to this because all YouTube lectures are free and all special lectures are also free. So you can join the special lecture. My special lectures are every day from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And all lectures, special ones, are absolutely free. You can join with the code. Mita S10 for special lectures. This is the code for special lectures. You can use my code, you can join the lecture and take the benefit of the special lecture which happens 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day. Thank you so much everyone. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.